Hey guys, and welcome back. We are here with another mod spotlight, and today we're going to be covering the automatic belt in pipe planner. So this mod is pretty cool. I think it's really a personal preference type of thing. I guess all mods would be, right? What this does is it allows you to, well, it will automatically plan out and then do ghost prints of belts or pipes going from one destination to another. Now, again, I say it's personal preference because, a lot of people probably want to do that themselves because, there's no guarantee the thing's going to plan it exactly like they wanted, and a lot of the fun in Factorio is planning it yourself. But anyway, this is pretty cool, and I can definitely see how in some situations it would be nice. So let's start here. There's no research for it, but it gives you this automatic belt planner item, which is an advanced circuit, iron gear, and copper cable. So even though there's no research, you do at least have to, have advanced circuits unlocked and being made, or at least unlocked. Okay, and then what you do is you take your item and you place it. So I've set up a little demonstration thing here. Say we wanted a belt to like go here and then under this belt and then underneath these and then somewhere else. We can use this to do that. So let's just start like here. Okay, you place one here for a starting destination, and then you would place it again for an ending destination, and it will plan it out for you. Before you do that though, there are quite a few settings you might want to play with. With this still selected, you can hit settings. You can tell it to path for belts or pipes. I'm going to do belts for this. And then there's different things you can check. You can have it always place underground sections if possible, place underground sections only if necessary, which is the one we're going to use, and then create slightly longer paths to avoid underground sections if you want. Create considerably longer paths to avoid underground sections. Now in the forum post for this mod there are pictures that explain these as well pretty well, so you can check those out in addition to this. And then underground sections should be as short as possible or as long as possible. I'm going to go as short because, we really only need it to go to a certain area anyway. Prefer straight lines, which we want, so it's not like all curvy. Don't place belts in front of existing belts, endings to avoid spilling. So this basically means don't place belts so that it's going to side load onto another belt, essentially. And then don't place path over resources, which is fine. And then accept underground entrance exit on start and end, sure. And here we go. Okay, so those are the settings. Now, if I want it to go all the way up to, say, here, I click it, and it takes a second. Now, if you made a really long section or something really complicated, it would take a little longer. And there you go. So these orange ones are the belts, the red ones are the underground, and then, so this shows you where it's going to be. And if you don't want it, you can undo it or cancel it. You can tell it which kind of belt, which is really nice. You can place a new start marker on in position. So what this is going to do if you do this is it's going to make essentially allow you to continue without doing the whole thing again. If you click this box, it's going to automatically put a start marker here. And then when you go to place it again, you just need to place it, and it's going to be the end marker for your next section, right? Because the start marker automatically placed at the end of this one if you check this. Okay, so now I would say create ghosts. And it just creates normal ghost prints, and it does pretty much exactly what I wanted. It undergrounds under this belt, undergrounds under the assembler, and then runs up here. It avoids curves if possible. It makes these as short as possible, and there you go. Now, granted, maybe for some reason I would have wanted it to like come under here and then go up this way and curve or something, but there's no reason for this thing to think I wanted that because there's nothing in the way. So this was the simplest, most efficient way to do it. Okay, and just to kind of show you guys, for anyone who may have doubts in their mind, these are normal ghost prints. If I actually like put robots in here, if we had materials, like if I take a chest here and I stick these materials in here, these dudes will go build them. Normal ghost prints, no different. Okay, so then pipes work pretty much exactly the same way. This can be nice actually, instead of like creating blueprints of pipes or ghost placing them yourself if you have like personal robots or something. If we like start here, say we have oil wells here, and we tell it to do pipes, and then we go here and we say always place underground sections if possible, and then make them as long as possible. This is pretty much going to just underground all the way to where I want it. And I can curve it too, like if I want it like up here, it's going to do that. And then it'll take a second, like I said, there we go. So this is creating underground sections as long as possible. And then we can create ghost prints and they would place. Now, before we do that though, I do want to double check and just confirm if these are actually as long as you can get. Yep, so there you go. It's as long as it can make them. We're going to do ghost prints, and there you go. And so this is a really easy way, like if you have personal robots or even in your base, if you're running a pipeline like down the side of your bus or something, this can be much easier than like ghost placing them yourself or creating a blueprint and doing it over and over and over and trying to line it up. You can just use this tool and it's really, really nice. And you know, it can do stuff obviously more complicated than this. This is just an example. And there you go. I believe that's it. It's really handy for certain situations. I know in some situations, you know, you might want to just do it yourself because that's kind of part of the fun and the puzzle of the game. But like I demonstrated with the pipes, it can be really, really nice. And there you go, guys. I believe that's about it. Just adds the item, no research, plan stuff out. I mean, you can play around. Obviously, it can do far more complicated things. Like if we were to just, I don't know, something like this, kind of create like a little maze doohickey like this, just make it so that it's not gonna want to like go over here. You know, if I tell it like, you know, start here, tell it to place belts, don't do that, don't do that. Okay, and then we tell it to like come over here. My guess is going to be that it's going to either underground directly under this and then go through here, or it's going to underground through there, but we'll see. And there you go. So it figured it out, just undergrounded directly from here, went through here, made it through the gap, and there you go. So I mean, again, you can do much more complicated stuff than that if you want. Just beware that if it is more complicated or a really long section, it'll take a little longer to plan it out. And one other thing under the options, and you know, I could have changed this to express or whatever. It's really no big deal. So just to show you one last deal here, if I want express, it's going to be express belts. Okay, so under the settings, you can actually change the step set / tick. This is going to change like how fast it does it. So you know, if you think your computer can handle it or whatever, you could increase it essentially so it does it faster. But it may create more lag depending how, you know, optimize your game is and stuff. There you go, guys. As always, thanks for watching. Hope you found this helpful. Link down in the description to check out the mod and download it. I definitely recommend it if you're interested in this type of thing. But until next time, I look forward to seeing you all, and do take care.